with nowadays anyway.
On 98.1 The Max.
I-40 bridge still closed. You will have to go to I-55, so keep that in mind as you get started.
I'd like to say congratulations to my school, Forest Hill Elementary. It was our second year of being in existence, and they did a hell of a job to make sure we never shut down. No one ever had to miss school because of coronavirus. And I think you feel the same way about your Bartlett schools.
Absolutely. Bartlett City Schools have done a great job keeping things clean and making sure we didn't have an outbreak and all that jazz. And I mean, hats off to them for doing a good job.
All the municipality schools out there, Arlington, Lakeland, Collierville. We couldn't thank you enough as parents to get us through this year. And I got to say, yesterday's kindergarten graduation may have been the best kindergarten graduation of all time.
Really?
Yes. Okay. Think about a kindergarten graduation or any graduation.
Okay. Did they do the walk?
Well, that's the thing. You're sitting in a stuffy gym or a cafeteria waiting on the names.
Right.
Maybe they'll sing some songs. There'll be a speech, and they're 5. So the great part about the coronavirus is everything has to be outside. And they all wore their field day t-shirts, which again, hats off. We had a field day and it was great. Thank you. And they came out as a class at a time, as all of the parents and grandparents and families sat in a little picnic area. You spaced out by your blanket and you have chairs. Yeah. So you brought your own picnic. The kindergartners came out. They went in a circle. They got from each teacher, they got their diploma. No long speech. The principal thanked us for being allowing their kids to go to school and having a great year. And then the teacher came over to our picnic area and goes, "Whoa!"
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You tell Danny Brunch that you're having we're having a picnic. Bring your own lunch. Danny Brun's not just bringing lunch. So tell me about the spread.
Well, I'll tell you.
You had one, party planner.
Okay, so I like to go to like Gus's chicken and pick that up and get like 85 legs because it's real easy to eat and you're not having to carry a bunch of stuff. Right. Well, Gus's wasn't going to be open in time for me to go pick that up, leave the show and all that. So night before I got different kinds of lunch meat, 4 different kinds of lunch meat because I didn't know what everybody liked, 4 different kinds of cheese. And I put the cheese on a little platter thing, so it could stay, because I didn't need to bring all of the cheese. I just need a few slices of each kind of cheese.
Right. It's a good for variety.
And then since I've got basil in the garden, so I try to use that up. So I had a tomato, basil, mozzarella salad, chicken salad, tuna salad, a mix of chips, Doritos, Cheetos, for the kids. A couple Lunchables because the kids like those. Those are easy. Grapes. And my mother-in-law brought all the drinks, so I didn't have to worry about that. I had the mimosas, bought mimosas. And then I thought to myself, I said, it's 10:30 in the morning, Danielle. Your parents are going to look at you in one of 2 ways: disgusted or appreciative. I wasn't taking the gamble.
I mean, do you take mimosas to an elementary school picnic?
I don't think you do.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So how many people were you feeding?
I fed my parents, the carpenter's parents, and me and the carpenter and our 2 kids.
Okay. It sounded like with all these meats and cheeses and a tomato, basil, mozzarella salad for an elementary school picnic. It sounds like you're feeding the whole damn class.
Well, I know, and no, I wasn't, but I didn't know what everybody would be in the mood for and what they like and don't like. But what I have learned by doing any kind of party or picnic, buy the stuff you like. And so it all just came home with me and goes in the fridge, and we'll eat everything that didn't get eaten.
Right. So it's not a waste.
It's not a waste. Yeah. I'm not, for there are years there where I wasted stuff because I was like, well, maybe they like this, but I don't like that. No, I'll give you 10 choices, but it's 10 choices of things I like.
So yeah. How did it go over with everybody? I mean, did all you get was a whoa from the teacher? Because I know somebody else had to have said something.
No, we just got looks, I'm sure. Like, oh, look at that mom. And I never wanted to be that mom, but it's not being that mom.
It's who you are deep in your person.
No, it's planning a party. I love to plan parties. And if it's a kindergarten picnic, I'm going to make it a party.
I'm going to plan it one way or the other.
Yes.
I think that is hysterical.
I know, because the carpenter was laughing at me the night before, just going, "What's taking you so long?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I'm going to put this in here so it'll pack easily. It's like all the planning just part I like to do. And it's not ever, I never have fun at the actual party or picnic.
Because you have so much fun planning it that you're all funned out by the time the party actually gets here.
Totally funned out. Exactly.
You should make that one of your Facebook lives, here we are packing the cheese and making sure we got this ready and that ready. We got to do this like this because
that's not a bad idea, but I'm afraid if I ever go back and watch it, I'll never do it again because I look like some crazy lady.
So have you always been this way?
Yes.
So you were like this in college?
Oh, before college, yes. But college was one of my downfalls because I actually got voted in as social chairman. And that was the biggest mistake they ever made because that was my junior year. And then our senior year, we didn't have any money to do anything because I spent
Wait a minute. You tried to break the University of Alabama?
Yeah, I did. And I did.
Okay, we're going to find out how Danni Bruns bankrupted the University of Alabama in minutes. Hang on. Oh, you'll have to tell us about the parties and stuff. Kathleen's back, yay.
Corey was asking about you yesterday, Kathleen. Good morning, Alan, Kevin. Kevin, I didn't go to Forest Hill. It was just built 2 years ago. I'm sure there's another Forest Hill somewhere. Down at the dump. No, this will be a miracle if this is still. I can't. Every time I look back in our teams and I see those guys passed out on meth,
Every time you see what?
Those guys passed out on meth.
Oh, the picture?
Yes. I
may not be doing band after all.
Why?
She's not going to do it right. She's hell-bent on playing volleyball. If she makes the volleyball team, she's not going to be able to do band because they want a much, much larger commitment.
Does it make you happy or sad?
Kind of sad. I worked myself up to be band dad. I really psyched myself up for that. Now it might be a moot point. Volleyball's easier on me anyway. Won't get in the way of my drinking nearly as much. It's stuffy in here, but I'm afraid to turn the air conditioner on. Yeah, Albert. Northwest Mississippi Community College over here and the University of Alabama over here. I think we're starting out with two different sizes of bank accounts. But to bankrupt the University of Alabama, you got to buy 2 gazillion boxes of Little Debbie's.
Well, that's where you kind of, I think, I've misled you. It wasn't really the university as much as the sorority.
It's okay. I know
It's
that.
radio.
I know that. I just I exaggerate a little every now and then. I don't know if you've noticed. The text message last night where I said I could speculate.
We're down at the dime shop. That's funny though that Al said that. Good morning, Scotty. All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me see what this interview says.
Five seconds.
This is great.
Now back to Danni and Country Corey
It's a show with hit written all over it.
on 98.1 The Max.
Danny Bruns was the what do they call it? The chairman of parties,
The social chair.
the social chair. So you were in a sorority. Which sorority were you in?
Oh, really? You're going to put me down? I mean, this is so.
I'm not putting you down at all.
No, I know, but I mean, if you think I'm a pretentious idiot now, Delta, Delta, Delta. Try Delta. Everyone else
Okay.
has.
So how did you become the social chair of Tri Delta?
I'm fun.
True. I mean, how did it happen? Did you apply? Did you?
No, you have to be nominated by another sister, and then they vote on you. And
And you got voted in.
because I love to plan parties, and I'm sure I like was handing out weed or something, going, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me.
Which would have been great. I'd have voted for you if I could have remembered when the election day was. Um, but so what are the duties of a social chairman?
We plan the parties, so we have to book the entertainment, we have to book the venues, and pretty much a promotions director.
Okay. All right. So you're planning every aspect of every party throughout the year. Now, the year before you were social chairman, how many parties were there?
I'll say 4.
4 the year before. And how many parties of the year you were social chairman?
Maybe just 5.
And then the year after, what, 2?
2. But I may have only had 1 extra party, but why stay in Tuscaloosa when you can rent buses to Birmingham? So I didn't have many more parties. I just had better, bigger parties.
So what kind of parties were there?
There was one, I think it was 70s. I'm hoping, because I can remember my outfit. And we loaded up on buses with our dates, and coolers lined up down the middle of the buses. We went down to this cool venue in Birmingham that you wouldn't find in Tuscaloosa. Had a great band that a college sorority should never have. It's like Widespread Panic or something. And then, yeah, Metallic. Exactly. Perfect. Stone showed up just to have a drink with us. And then we loaded on the buses and went home.
So did you do this every party for 5 parties, load up buses and go somewhere?
Not all of them, but more than we were supposed to. I know we ended up here at one point.
You ended up in Memphis?
Yeah, and I don't really remember how that all went down. But
it was on the sorority's dime. Why not?
They were a little out of control. And I remember the next year with the social chair, we purposely put in a nerd, because they were like, we're out of money. Brun spent it all, and more, because we budgeted. But I was like, I mean, ask our poor market manager. I asked for forgiveness, so I'll just book everything and be like, I already booked it, man. I need an extra 300. Take that out of the scholarship fund. You know what? One other funny thing about college and the sorority was, if you're an officer, you must live in the house. Now, when I went to school there, first of all, Nick Saban was not coach. It was our down year. It was the late 90s, 96 to 2000. We sucked at football.
Right.
So the campus looked a lot different, and we had all the original sorority houses, which had sleeping porches. So back in the day, you had a sleeping porch where all the women slept on one big porch room together in bunk beds. In case anything happened, you'd hear one scream. Well, we had 2 floors of that, and then everybody had take a dorm room and cut it in half, and then put 2 girls in there. So there was a bed in there, but you didn't sleep in it,
like a jail cell.
Exactly right. I'm not staying in that place. It's old. It's people
smelly.
Yeah. I mean, I lived alone. I'm not. No, I ain't up in this sleeping next to people in bunks. And so for, I don't know, 100 years, the rule is if you're an officer, you have to live in the house. I didn't ask. They came to me and said, Danny, you don't have to live in the house. And I don't know if they're being nice or they didn't want me to live in the house.
We're going to your parties. That's good enough for us.
Yeah, but we can't imagine you bringing those parties back to this house, and it's against the rules. So as an officer, we are letting you off the hook.
Rules means nothing to Danny Bruns. Rules mean nothing.
Instead of having to kick an officer out of the house, let's just not make her live here.
That is the best. Danny Bruns tried to break the University of Alabama. Nick Saban had to come save it.
Oh, yeah. And he sure as hell has, man. I can't even walk in on that campus and know where I'm at. It is night and day. It's amazing what happens when a good coach and a good program goes on. And everyone, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a monster. Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about what progress can happen when things go well,
right? How much money an athletic department can bring into a university is ridiculous.
Yeah, the amount of money is insane. It really is. So, and like you said, I'm not surprised. You go down there now after having graduated in 2000. 20 years later, it's a total different world. I'll bet.
Yeah, and it's been a few years since we went, but my parents are like, okay, where do we go? And I'm like, I don't know where we are.
I know where we used to be.
There was a bar there, a bar there, a bar there, a bar there, a bar there. Now I don't know what that is.
The time Danny tried to break you, your morning wood is coming up here in just a bit. We got some Malco movie passes for you. If you can guess the correct morning wood headline. That was a good break. That was a good break.
It's a good break. It's a good break.
And you hated it at first. You're like, don't do that. I'm so pretentious, bitch. Own it, girl. Own it. When you're playing bridge at some old lady's house one day and y'all are just reminiscing about college, you'll own it then for sure. It's all coffee shops and Subway.
Oh, Big Al knows. Yeah, there's like a grocery store, a Publix, and see, I didn't know what a Publix was. People are telling me to meet them at the Publix. I'm like, the Public what?
I don't know where the pool is. If you don't know what a Publix is and somebody says, meet me at the Publix, you're going to think it's like an outdoor.
Yeah. There was a bank too, Cadence. And I didn't know what Cadence was when I went down there. I was like, Cadence Bank, or meet me at the Cadence building or something. And I was like totally lost, thought it was something else.
Have a good one, Big Al. Enjoy your day. May you get off early.
Oh, God, that is great. What is the difference between a corn dog and a Pronto pup?
Well, that's a good one. Yeah, we're done here, but I'm going to have to write all these down because there's some good ones on there.
If regardless means never mind that, what does irregardless mean?
That's a good one. I like the white chocolate, white bread question too.
Mm-hmm.
If white chocolate is really chocolate, then isn't white bread really wheat bread?
If you have a topless car, does that make you a bottomless driver?
Could be some good questions. Stealing from the audience.
I love it. I mean, look how many people texted in.
I know there's a lot, wasn't it?
657, yeah. Okay, so this Thorogood, I'm gonna have to give you a little script, but this is phenomenal.
It's perfect with what we're talking about, isn't it?
Yep.
We knew it would be.
The problem is, good morning, Jory. That I've got music and stuff behind it. And I don't want to weed through the original.
We'll just cut it where we need it and
No, I know.
just let it roll into it. It won't nothing. So we got, a ridiculous thing going on in Israel. A bridge down, a pipeline hacked, a tiger running through a neighborhood. There are no rules in 2021. There are no rules. Sorry, I didn't know I needed to mute. My bad.
No, you don't have to. I just wanted to make sure you saw I was laughing. I was like, I bet the list could keep going. Not on the list.
Right, the list could just keep going.
Okay, so if we're going with okay.
Yeah, I muted myself to not say anything.
I'm gonna put something in private chat for you to somewhat
I'm sure.
Wait, was he? Oh, he was not nominated. It's just because of that conversation, right?
Yeah.
Those are the inductees, not the nominations, right?
What? The vote closed on Saturday, and the final standings are these are the people who are most likely to get nominated.
Okay.
Or the people they're choosing from, or something like that.
No, they're the inductees.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Wow. Can't believe Foo Fighters got it. That's quick because you have to be 20 years, and I think it's 21.
It's 20 years. Yeah, just right at 20 years for them. Let's put Todd Rundgren in there. They'll put anybody in there.
Oh, it has to be 25 years prior to nomination.
That would make Foo Fighters have come out in 96. Formed in Seattle in 1994. Now, Dave Grohl didn't waste any time.
Right?
He's like the divorcee that gets married 6 months later. Oh, my husband died 2 months later. I'm married again. That's what Dave Grohl did.
All right, that's it. It should be pretty easy. I mean, y'all's banter at the beginning, because remember, it's just you and him. It's hilarious. What are we doing here?
Bridge, Morningwood.
Now back to Danni
Girl, I ain't moving. You moving.
and Country Corey.
I broke my shovel back in the fall, and because I'm cheap, I never went and got a new one.
On 98.1 The Max.
I-40 bridge is the new bridge is still closed as they assess the repairs needed, and then they'll assess the time needed to repair those.
Yeah, TDOT's supposed to have a press conference at 10:30 this morning to give us the information about, what the plan is going forward to get the bridge fixed and reopened. My buddy had to come back from Arkansas yesterday. That guy was a rock star, zipping in and out those city streets. Man, he said it took him about 45 minutes longer to get from where he was working to the bridge than it normally does. But once he got to the bridge, it only took him about 15 minutes longer to get from the bridge to his house, because he was zipping through all the streets downtown. And he went from E.H. Crump to Alabama Avenue and ended up back on I-40 without a problem. And this guy do it without GPS. He's a rock star.
Did he order? Was he a pizza delivery guy at any point in his life?
Now, I don't know the answer to that, but it is entirely possible.
Yeah, that would really help somebody out to know the back roads. Between the I-40 bridge being down, gasoline pipe, the pipeline being hacked, cyber hacked.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
Oh, we got war in Israel, rockets going everywhere, and then there's a tiger on the loose in Houston. I mean, there's just no rules in 2021. There's just no rules. Just none.
Mornings on the Max with your Morning Wood.
And this segment right here proves it because these headlines are ridiculous. Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? And you win Malco movie passes. Would a new species of moose get discovered in Canada?
Would an Australian woman wake up from surgery with an Irish accent?
Or would a dog save a dozen kittens from a fire, then defend them off from an alligator?
901-535-9898 for Malco movie passes. Which one of those Morning Wood headlines is the real headline? All right. We did that.
Oh yeah, I heard it this morning.
Kind of weird. Because
Especially because it only usually happens when you have brain surgery.
well, and it's just weird because she's Asian.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. You didn't watch the video? You just heard the audio?
She's an Australian Asian.
Yeah, she's an Asian living in Australia or of Asian descent. 98.1 The Max. Who's this?
It's Jay.
Hey, Jay, how you doing, brother? You don't have to cross that bridge today, do you?
No, sir.
Lucky
Thank
you.
goodness.
Lucky
You don't have to fill up on gas, do you?
Nope, already did it.
All right. How long did it take you in line? Was it a pain?
Oh, I went to a high-priced gas station. There wasn't anybody there.
That's the way to do it.
Spin the extra and move on. All right, brother. Which one of those Morning Wood headlines is the real headline?
I would say it'd be the dog defender.
Dog.
No.
No, it's incorrect,
The
brother.
third. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Craig, that thing's been long gone.
That thing didn't make it that night. 98.1 The Max. Who's this?
Good morning. It's Rob from Arkansas. How y'all
Rob.
doing?
You ain't got to cross the bridge today, do you, Rob?
I do, actually, this morning. You know, we do most of our work in Memphis.
How long did it take you to get across?
I haven't left yet. I'm at the office still.
Oh, okay. You got to head that way in a little while. Well, give yourself some
Yeah,
extra time,
we came in
brother.
a little early.
All right. Well, maybe you
Yes,
can get
sir.
some. Maybe you can get some Morning Wood to help you. Which one of those headlines is the real one?
I was thinking it's the moose, the new moose in Canada.
Ooh, the moose got you no Morning
Am I
Wood.
wrong?
Sorry. Yes.
Incorrect,
Oh,
Rob. Thank you, though.
The other ones were a little wild, so I was going with the more conservative cat. Have a good day. Love y'all.
Thank you, bud. We appreciate you.
Bye.
One more time.
Just the one.
Mm-hmm.
More time.
Can you do that?
Hmm?
I don't know if you can do that once it's at. Oh, you didn't move the smart speaker, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
98.1 The Max. Who's this?
It's Michael.
Michael, how you doing, buddy? You ain't got to cross that bridge today, do you?
Nope, I'm in Collierville.
All right. You're all far on the east side. All right, brother. Which one of those headlines is the real headline?
I think it was the surgery with the Irish accent.
I think you're right, buddy.
That is correct. It is an Australian woman woke up from tonsil surgery with an Irish accent. Nicely done.
You got yourself some Morning Wood and Malco movie passes.
I need some Morning Wood.
I mean, wake up, Michael.
Yeah, I need to.
All right, let me get some info from you, bud.
Hi, Mom.
All right.
Bye. You want to play one of those incorrect calls and then the winner?
Hmm?
Yeah. Which one do you think?
Say it again. I was not paying attention. I'm sorry.
I said, do we want to play one of those before the winner? And if so, which one? One of the incorrects?
I would say play both, but that's just me.
I know.
One's in Arkansas. One's not in Arkansas. Then we got a bridge that we're all trying to get to. Good morning, Todd. Good morning, Shane. Everybody's so nice.
Good morning from glorious Forest City, Arkansas. Land of lovers.
One more time.
You graduated from dive shop to one more time?
Yep, I don't know why.
Control.
Dun, 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 dun. Control.
Just to get that stuck in your head. God, you're right. Everybody is just dripping honey nice today. It's refreshing after I got yelled at in traffic again yesterday for just being in a turn lane.
No, this can't just keep happening to you without you not knowing you're a bad driver.
I'm not doing anything.
There's something you're doing that you're unaware of. This is so being talked about.
Okay, is that how you're gonna do me? Not gonna give me the benefit of the doubt at all.
Corey can't drive.
I can't drive. I was in a turn lane to turn at McDonald's.
Why you need to quit going to McDonald's so much, maybe?
Maybe that's the problem. Hard to lose weight when you go to McDonald's 4 times a week. Damn it, Danny.
Now back to Danni.
Get the dope out your brain and Jesus in your vein.
And Country Corey.
Not today, Satan.
On 98.1 The Max.
Time for a little morning wood.
Mornings on The Max with your Morning Wood.
Which morning wood headline is the real headline for today? Would a new species of moose get discovered in Canada?
Would an Australian woman wake up from surgery with an Irish accent? Tonsil surgery, that is.
Or would a cute little dog save a dozen cute little kittens from a fire, then defend them from an alligator? So sweet.
901-535-9898. Hi, who's this?
Good morning. It's Rob from Arkansas. How y'all doing?
You ain't got to cross the bridge today, do you, Rob?
I do, actually, this morning. You know, we do most of our work in Memphis.
How long did it take you to get across?
I haven't left yet. I'm at the office still.
Oh, okay. You got to head that way in a little while. Well, give yourself some extra time,
we
brother.
came in a little early.
All right. Well, maybe you can get some morning wood to help you. Which one of those headlines is the real one?
I was thinking it's the moose, the new moose in Canada.
Ooh, the moose got you no more.
Am I wrong?
wood.
Yeah. Incorrect, Rob. Thank you, though.
The other ones were a little wild, so I was going with the more conservative bit. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all.
Thank you, bud. We appreciate you.
This is Jay.
Hey, Jay, how you doing, brother? You don't have to cross that bridge today, do you?
No, sir.
Lucky
Thank
you.
goodness.
Lucky
You don't
you.
have to fill up on gas, do you?
Nope, already did it.
All right. How long did it take you in line? Was it a pain?
Oh, I went to a high-priced gas station. There wasn't anybody there.
Just spin.
That's the way to do it.
Spin the extra and move on. All right, brother. Which one of those morning wood headlines is the real headline?
I would say it'd be the dog defender.
Dog defender. No, it's incorrect,
The
brother.
third. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
91 the max. Who's this?
It's Michael.
Michael, how you doing, buddy? You ain't got to cross that bridge today, do you?
Nope. I'm in Collierville.
All right. You're far on the east side. All right, brother. Which one of those headlines is the real headline?
I think it was a surgery with Irish accent.
That is
You're right, buddy.
That is correct. It is an Australian woman woke up from tonsil surgery with an Irish accent. Nicely done.
You got yourself some morning wood and Malcolm movie passes.
I need some morning wood.
I mean, wake up, Michael.
Yeah, need to.
Oh, boy's dead asleep.
I know. And then our poor buddy from Arkansas, you know, Rob, that calls in all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't make sense to us because he works nights. Is that what he's trying to tell us?
Maybe. It would seem backwards. It sounded like he said he was already crossed the bridge today, and then I don't understand. So a common thought when people get their tonsils removed, well, when adults do anyway, is how will it affect my voice? Even if someone's had that thought, they would never expect what happened to an Australian woman after waking up from a general anesthetic from her tonsillectomy. Angie found herself speaking with an Irish accent. The problem is that she had reportedly had a thick Australian accent before she was put under. Listen to her talk.
Hi, it's day 2 since I've been speaking with an Irish accent. I woke up this morning and I was speaking with my Aussie accent, and I called one of my friends and confirmed that my Aussie accent is back. But during the phone call, in about maybe the space or about 5 to 10 minutes, she could see the deterioration of my accent from Aussie to Irish again now.
Now, is that offensive to Irish people to hear that her Australian accent is deteriorating into an Irish accent? It's kind of mean, don't you think?
I don't think she means it that way.
It's actually called foreign accent syndrome. Danny, you said it was usually caused from brain surgery?
Yeah, it's happened in brain surgery, about 100 cases that have been documented, but not during tonsil surgery.
Right.
Now, you told me that she's an Asian lady.
She is. She looks like she is of Asian descent. So we got a whole mix of stuff going on here. Asian, Australian, Irish. This is an international story.
Now, I listened to this morning and thought, oh, that's Irish. Now, is my brain playing tricks on me because now I know she's Asian? Or do you hear an Asian, an Australian, and an Irish accent and someone who is totally lying to have their 15 minutes of fame?
Hi, it's day 2 since I've been speaking with an Irish accent. I woke up this morning and I was speaking with my Aussie accent, and I called one of my friends and confirmed that my Aussie accent is back. But during the phone call, in about maybe the space or about 5 to 10 minutes, she could see the deterioration of my accent from Aussie to Irish again now.
Can you do an Irish accent?
No.
Could you fake it for 15 minutes of fame?
No, I could not.
Shrimp on the barbie. No, I couldn't either.
That's Australian.
That's what I'm trying to do, me love.
Oh,
Nope.
I thought you wanted Irish.
Oh, Irish. What does somebody Irish say?
I know.
Kiss the Blarney Stone, my boy. I have no idea. I've never been any good at those.
St. Patrick's. I don't know. Don't even make me.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, so
I sound like an angry Londoner.
hit her again, but just listen to like the first 2 or 3 words, and tell me what accent that is.
Hi, it's day 2 since I've been speaking.
There you go.
That kind of sounds Irish.
Ooh, I think it sounds Asian.
Do you really?
Hi, it's day 2 since I've been speaking with an Irish accent. I woke
That
up this
sounds
morning.
Irish to me. Good morning. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm
I
trying.
think she's just full of baloney.
So cryptocurrency is taking over the world, apparently.
It has.
And a buddy of yours is making money with cryptocurrency. Is that
He's
right to
all
understand?
about this. And I'm like, how do you? He's going to describe it to us, because actually when he broke it down and said, think of it like the stock market, it made a little more sense.
Okay, so somebody that's making money off cryptocurrency is going to tell us how to make money off crypto. Is that what we're hearing?
Yeah. And then like how it works and if it's bogus or not.
Let's do that after 8 o'clock. That was another good one. Another good one. On fire today, Danny Bruns. On fire today.
Catherine is not a top fan. Yeah, you gotta get here more and comment, because I used your coffee cup yesterday. And of course, you're not watching yesterday, you're watching today. I'm gonna sell the bottom of my coffee cup for advertising.
I'm going to get my coffee cup sponsored.
And every time I go up, you just see your logo.
Right? Every time I get a sip, there it is.
Kaiser Sose.
Not a lot we can do about that, but we're close.
Okay. Cut that for me.
Cut that?
What I put in private chat.
Oh, okay.
And send it to me.
Okay.
Load. Down at the dime shop.
You should have it any moment.
Did you go through email?
Yeah. Ben texted Corey, could you fake it for 5 minutes of fame? We all know Danny could.
I had an idea for Ben while I was going to sleep last night. It was something about, what was it? Why don't I remember? Making Ben do a challenge. What was it? Excuse me. All right, let's see. What am I doing? Let me mute this.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Worried about this client today. Wait, you call this guy? You want to put the number in the chat?
Sure. I'm glad you thought of that. I'll just be waiting. Or do you want me to just give him the hotline?
Oh, you're giving him the number. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
do you want me to? I'm asking you.
that's fine. Either way.
All right, here, I'll put it in the chat. I botched the question that you had to ask, so I'll let you listen to it and you tell me. I don't think it's criminal.
What's his name?
John.
Hello?
Just John.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, John, it's Corey and Danny. How are you, buddy?
Hey, man, just fine.
Wonderful. So you're the crypto guy, huh?
Well, not for long. I've been investing maybe 2 months, but I've been able to turn $1,000 into about $5.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to.
$1,000 what? What do you say? I can $1,000 what?
Into about $5,000 in less than 2 months.
Are you on speakerphone?
Yeah, do you want me to take it off?
Yeah, could you take it off speaker? That'd be awesome.
Is that better?
Oh, much better.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right, 1 minute, John. You guys are just buddies, hang out hang out sometimes on the weekends with neighbors?
Yeah. I've known Danny forever.
Everybody has.
Actually, secret lovers.
All right, we're under a minute. I'll start.
We actually would be getting ready to be down at the river.
Yeah, we would be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'd already be at the river because Mother's Day would be load in. We'd be down there today getting ready to bring everybody in, I guess.
You're right. You're right. Maybe that's why I'm so like Mother's Day is so to me because it's always load-in day for barbecue.
It was always load-in day. Yeah, all the guys on the barbecue team were like, well, yeah, I got to leave a little bit so I can go home and see Mom. But we're retired from that now. So
That's
All
right.
right, here we go. Let's 10 seconds. I'll start and you take it to him, okay?
Okay.
Now back to Danni
My little guys started getting hot, like really hot.
and Country Corey
It wasn't accidental. That's the problem.
on 98.1 The Max.
Cryptocurrency is something a lot of people are talking about these days, a Dogecoin and the Bitcoin and this, that, and the other thing. And it's hard to understand, Danny. It's hard to understand.
Well, that's why we call in my friends that John Childress, who is he's got U-Rock photography. He's also the photographer. If you ever go to the Enchanted Forest and you get a picture with Santa, he's the photographer for that. So who better yet? I mean, who better than a photographer to be our expert on crypto coin?
yeah.
So give us a quick, what is Dogecoin, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency? What is it?
Okay. So cryptocurrency is currency on the blockchain. Okay. So blockchain is the technology behind everything. And blockchain is a very secure network of computers. They're considered nodes and they connect to each other and they share a ledger. So they're almost impossible to hack and they're secure. And so Bitcoin was the first currency on that, blockchain. And it's a currency that's not controlled by any government. So therefore they can't print more of it and it will maintain its value.
That's interesting. So now is Bitcoin like worthless and Dogecoin is the thing? Is it work like that or?
No. Bitcoin is worth $75,000 per coin as of today.
Wow.
It goes up and down. Dogecoin is only worth 49 cents as of right now.
So basically you're saying I could buy a Dogecoin for 50 cents. And then if it increases in value, then I'll make money.
Correct.
So are you making money?
Correct. Oh, yes.
Oh, I like you said,
But
yes.
I have very little in Dogecoin because it's really a meme coin. It doesn't have technology. Where most of my money is in Ethereum. I think that is the next big coin. I do have small investments in other little coins. There's a coin called Polygon that I've made pretty good money on in just a couple of weeks.
So if you don't mind my asking, how much money have you made?
About $4,000 profit in 2 months.
Wow, that's not bad. It's not a bad side hustle, John.
No, it's not.
So if you want to spend money on it, how do you do it? You go to like Dogecoin.com or something?
No. So if you wanted to get in on it, there's several ways. Coinbase is an app for your phone. That is probably the best way to do it in the States because it's a publicly traded company. So you have, a little bit of oversight. You can still lose money just like in the stock market.
All right.
Okay. And that's the one thing I want to say. Anything you hear here today, I am not a financial advisor. And most importantly, I am not your financial advisor. So please do your own research.
He's a photographer. Don't forget that.
All right. Well, it sounds somewhat like the stock market. Is that comparable?
It is, but unlike the stock market, so like you can't take your stock and go buy a Tesla with it. You can take your Bitcoin and buy a Tesla with it.
Yeah, there's an NFL player that wants his entire salary next year in cryptocurrency.
Oh, yeah. And then also on the cryptocurrency, you have what's called NFT, which is a non-fungible token. It's basically a contract on it. And that's where you hear like artwork, like Beeple, the collection of Beeple that sold for $69 million. That was an NFT, which is basically blockchain, which is quite cybercurrency, really.
So if you buy something that's got an NFT attached to it or is an NFT, does that value maintain and or rise?
Okay, it's just like regular art. Like let's say you go down to a gallery and you buy a piece from me, John. I made a piece, right?
Right.
Well, if other people want that piece, it's going to rise in value. If I'm a nobody, then it's not.
Okay.
So it's just like anything else. Like Beeple just has a huge name. If you have a chance to buy a Beeple, buy it. It's going to go up.
Okay.
I don't know that money is an actual thing anymore. I know this. I hope I explained this correctly, but like, okay, so my bank account says one thing, but there aren't physical dollars back there in a vault. It's all digital.
Correct.
Is this why this is coming about? Are we moving to that? Meaning, like, I just feel like money is not real anymore. It's just numbers getting passed around on computers.
Well, yeah, because we stopped being backed by the gold currency back with Nixon. Basically our money is backed by debt now.
Awesome. Everything's a credit card, whether you like it or not. Well, John, that's actually the best way I've ever heard it explained. I think I understand it a little better now than I ever have.
Good.
So
how do you, can you only buy things that accept the cryptocurrency?
What do you mean? Can you only buy things cryptocurrency?
All right. So you're saying like you can't go and pull your stocks out like that. Right. But I can go buy a Tesla with cryptocurrency. I mean, what do I write? A crypto check? I don't understand how the transaction works.
So the way crypto works is you'd have a crypto wallet. Okay. And that crypto wallet is very secure. So if I wanted to pass you money, I mean, between our phones, it's a really long hashtag, but basically all I need is the address to your crypto wallet and I can transfer whatever coin I want to your wallet. Now, I will lose some money in the transaction because that's what's called gas fees, but it depends on what coin and that's how much gas fee you pay on that.
It's like crypto Venmo.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's getting confusing again.
Well, thank you, John. We appreciate knowing that just any one of us could be a part of this and be making money if we choose to do so. And as you said, you're not a financial advisor.
I recommend everybody go download the Coinbase app or Gemini and just look at it. But be very careful. Make sure you do your research on what you're buying before you buy it. But yes, if you had invested $10,000 in Bitcoin back at the first of this year, you'd be sitting on $100,000 right now.
Crazy. That is crazy. Thank you very much, John. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Brother. Have a great day, man.
See.
That is insanity, Danny.
So you gonna do it?
I don't know. I might. I mean, if I can get a paycheck that fast, I mean, just a couple of months, he's making $4,000.
As Bobby on our Facebook Live said that he watched an interview with Warren Buffett the other day, and he said no to Bitcoin, and basically it was worthless. The problem I have is the fear of missing out,
right?
And the contradiction of everybody. Not that I don't trust John or I don't trust Warren. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the coronavirus. It reminds me of the vaccine. It reminds me of the pipeline and the bridge we can't get across. I mean,
there's no rules in 2021. We're just
or answers.
So coming up here in just a bit, we're going to get some answers to this question. The fastest paycheck you ever made. The quickest turnaround on your money. I want to hear you.
Ooh.
I want to hear about that from you. 901-535-9898. All right. Good old John. That was great. That was great. And we're on fire today.
I mean, I can't believe it's already halfway over. All right.
Faith got a big opportunity. Congratulations. I'm going to have to go out to LaGrange at some point.
Yeah, very nice, Faith. Because you gotta have faith, Baby, I know you're asking me.
30 seconds.
Really got magic. I have to work on this one. Lick it. I mean, did you get everything off of it? Did you get every little last drop?
And Country Corey
Slap your grandma good. You got to lay down to eat it.
on 98.1 The Max.
We were talking to Danny's friend John a while ago, who made $4,000 off cryptocurrency in like 2 months. Crazy quick turnaround on that. I hope he cashes out soon. I hope he don't lose it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand is how you would cash out either, because I don't know. I'm just not a risk taker. I wish I was in many, many cases of my life, but I'm not.
See, the fastest cash I ever made, I worked on the railroad when I was like 16. My brother worked on the railroad, so they needed some help doing something. And he asked me if I wanted to help. And I was like, sure. I worked all day Saturday. They gave me $500.
Wow.
I know. I thought I was huge, man. I went back on Sunday ready to work, son. And then I passed out in the heat and woke up on the railroad tracks. My brother helped me get to shade. Everybody laughed at me, and they gave me like $200 for that day, but they never asked me to come back. In fact, my brother still laughs at me about it. But I mean, $700 in one weekend at like 17 years old. So I thought I was rich.
You hear about that with bartenders, like on St. Patrick's Day and holidays, they rake that stuff in.
Man, that's a good quick way to make money too. I mean, if you got to be bartenders though, you got to be really good at it to make that kind of money that quick.
Right.
I mean,
And
I probably wouldn't be.
Johnny on our Facebook page said his fastest cash turnaround was pimping his Great Dane out.
I've heard of people doing that too.
What?
Yeah, people that have full blood dogs, they'll sire them. I don't know what it's called. It's the same thing they do with a bull. I don't know what it's called, but they take them out and knock up another dog, and then they make a little money off of it.
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking at all. It's
Because they're going to sell the puppies.
Right. Gotcha. I'm just thinking about renting it for a day like a little pony.
I'm going to rent a Great Dane just because I want to walk around with a Great Dane for a day.
Really?
Wonder what it'd be like to clean up Great Dane poop. Let me call Johnny and see if I can get that Great Dane for a day.
I'd have to say I won $1,100 on a horse race.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did you have a mojito or whatever it's called?
I did. It wasn't the Kentucky Derby. It was the Kentucky Oaks. And we were leaving. And so I just went up and like randomly hit the last 3 or 4 races just because we were leaving and done with it. And I didn't even look at the horses, nothing.
Wow. You just guessed wildly and got lucky, huh?
Yeah. And I walked in the next day and was like, can you check any of these? And they're like, ma'am, you're going to have to go in this line for taxes and blah, blah. I was like, what did I win?
Oh, excitement.
Yeah.
901-535-9898. You can call and text and let us know what your fastest turnaround of money was, because I don't know. The cryptocurrency sounds good, man. I mean, I don't know how much I've got to invest, but I mean, I'd like to try it. If I can rustle up some cash, I'd like to try it. I mean, maybe not $1,000, but I mean, maybe $150, $200. I don't know.
If you're driving down Lamar, just pull over and ask one of those ladies.
What's the fastest turnaround? That was awesome.
It's terrible.
All right. Here we are at one of our 2 blank breaks today. Bridging gas again? Nope.
Check the bottom of the rundown. Yes, at 5:30 this morning, I was watching I'm Not a Cat.
Of course you were.
All right, I'm gonna have you listen to it. I mean, don't overjudge it.
I'm sure it's fantastic.
I mean, there's gonna be some things in there you're gonna be like, but I don't think to the normal, like the listener, they're gonna. There was just kind of no way around some stuff. Although I could have gotten you to ask a better question, but I just made you sound like you can't talk. I'm just kidding.
It's okay. I do that to myself a lot.
I mean, even the intro is like a little over the top and what we're not talking about. I mean, but like it gets to it. And it's not long.
Where is it?
It's coming over. Don't worry.
How's it coming? Is what I'm asking.
It's Danni and
Oh, you're going to play it.
No, I'm just going to stick it in imaging for you.
Oh, okay. You know I'm not going to listen to it.
You're not? Okay, yeah, good. Don't, because then I don't have to re-edit it. We'll just load it in. What time are we doing that? 9:26?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff going on right there. Down at the dive shop.
All right. So this stuff you have on the bottom of the rundown, I have none of that audio. Do we need that now?
Which one you want to do?
I think Bridge and Gas.
Bridge and Gas? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy in Michigan is pretty ding dong. Do you think he's lying?
All right. Now you want me to make me go listen to it?
No, I'll get it for you.
No, I don't mind grabbing it. But effort 3000. Goodness.
Have you found it?
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll bring this fool in. Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Nathaniel Saxon, sir.
Your name's not but 3000, you yo-ho. Logging into my court with that as your screen name. What kind of idiot logs into court like that? What's your name again?
Nathaniel Saxton, sir, but I don't believe that I typed anything like that in.
Well, that's what it says.
I
Discuss
apologize.
that.
That should not
Yeah,
be.
you should. I'll put you in the waiting room. You can sit in limbo for a while and think about what you call yourself online.
Sit and think about what you've done.
Butt effer 3000.
Great.
What was I going to do?
You just want to hit the bridge quick and say there's a press conference coming up in a couple hours and then go into this story?
Do you want to do butt effer?
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, we can just mention the bridge. I mean, we don't have any new information, so really it boils down to, hey, the bridge is closed.
Bridge is closed still.
Supposed to find out more in 2 hours.
Bridge is closed still. Okay, what am I doing? What was I going to look up?
I don't know. You never tell me.
Damn it.
Mike Tirico is going to have a busy year.
Okay.
So on that vaccine paperwork, is it really just reply to that email and that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I can put a picture of my stuff from my phone, right? I don't have to scan it in. It doesn't have to be a PDF, right?
I don't know, but you do it there at the office. You can scan it. I'll try and scan mine and see.
Not very good at that sort of thing. Those copy machines are awfully complicated. They intimidate me. I don't know they're complicated, but they intimidate me.
I'm with you. I don't like anything that requires buttons. You eating a bone? You eating a bone?
Bone?
You eating a bone? That little MFR bit Macy last night. I about threw it across the house.
Well, what happened?
I wasn't there, but I'm sure she was harassing it.
So I'm going to say, what happened there?
But I don't care if she's pulling your ears and your tails off. You won't bite my kid. Down in. That's why Willie's just so good. He just sit there and be tortured, but he knew better.
All right, I'll start with the bridge and then you can do the story. That work?
Sure.
Now back to Danni
I just sit around and judge people and watch people.
and Country Corey
I didn't think this was going to be south of the border to the taco stand fun.
on 98.1 The Max.
So the bridge is still closed. It's been closed since about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, as you probably already know. We're supposed to get more information at about 10:30 when TDOT does a press conference. So we shall see.
And we may only get like the assessment of the damage. You know how much time it's going to take to keep assessing it. But that doesn't include the time it's going to take to fix it.
Yeah, I hope they give us some solid answers. I mean,
it's 2021. Don't count on it.
And even if they do, we'll all argue about it anyway.
This guy has nothing to argue about. He was in Michigan. He got yelled by a judge when he showed up to a Zoom court appearance. You know how they're doing those lately?
Yep.
Well, this guy, his username was ButtEffer3000. The judge ain't having it.
Then we'll bring this fool in. Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Nathaniel Saxon, sir.
Your name's not Butt3000, you yo-ho. Logging into my court with that as your screen name. What kind of idiot logs into court like that? What's your name again?
Nathaniel Saxon, sir, but I don't believe that I typed anything like that in.
Well, that's what it says.
I
Discuss
apologize.
that in a bit.
That should not be.
Yeah, you should. I'll put you in the waiting room. You can sit in limbo for a while and think about what you call yourself online.
I'm going to put you in the waiting room so you can think about what you've done, young man.
Do you think he sounds kind of a little too intelligent to actually be doing that?
I think he probably did it when he was Zooming with somebody else as a joke. Remember on our live broadcast, we'll put silly names down sometimes in our name spot. I think he did it Zooming with his buddies and never changed it.
Oh, you know that right then he just went.
Oh. Or it's probably his buddy knew he had court, logged into his computer and did that as a joke. But yeah, it sounded like the guy was genuinely surprised that his name was that.
Exactly right. I mean, that's like a cat showing up for court.
I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to. Can
you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
Would you rather be the butt effer 3000 or I'm not a cat guy?
I'm not a cat guy. I'd much rather not my screen name not basically say anal sex. That'd be great. That would be fantastic. Would much rather look like a blinking cat with huge eyes. It's just my personal preference.
I agree because you had it up there for something, dude. I agree with you. I don't think he meant to go to court like that, but maybe he was looking for a date earlier that day.
We got a senseless survey coming up just before 9 o'clock. That's where I call a number at random and see if I can keep somebody on the phone through a series of 10 ridiculous survey questions. And this guy that's coming up is very proud of his call.
Oh, do you ask him if he'd rather be the butt effer 3000 or the cat filter guy?
We left that one out of the senseless survey. And now we're on time again.
I went and Googled that kid's name. That's what I was trying to do a minute ago.
Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Mm-hmm.
Your buddy's on the Today Show.
Which one?
Luke Bryan.
Okay. About to get my type on.
You're very excited about it. I'm gonna go grab a sausage biscuit.
All right.
I'm starving.
Why can I hear myself?
Reaper is on somebody's mind around here today.
Why?
Because I was forced into a conversation about it a while ago, and now it's just being forced into a conversation about it.
What about it?
Well,
What was your conversation?
put it on that computer. He's going to put what's called a portable version on it, where the program runs off of a jump drive.
Why?
Because you don't have enough licenses.
He's got 10.
I don't know. Sausage biscuit's pretty good. These things are little and they don't stick with you very long.
Why is he making that decision anyway? The editing tool that we all need to do anything in our job, anything. And he's going to dictate who gets it and who doesn't. This chair's starting to feel more comfortable. Have fun. Oh. I mean, I don't know what operations manager means.
The chair just got 3 times comfortable.
For God's sakes, wouldn't you ask the operations manager who needs what? No. Apparently not. It's been a nice year without that shit around. Here, you're in charge of dictating what other people do that you don't do.
I need a social media recording kit.
I don't know what that means.
Comes with a light and a selfie stick and a little phone stand. And
Dude, I just want editing equipment, software. That's it.
I think that plan is just to keep you from having 3 copies of it, one on your laptop, one in here, and potentially one in your office. I think that's his solution to keep from using 2 or 3 licenses. I don't think he's being malicious. But then again, what do I know?
I don't need it on my laptop though if I have it in the studio.
You don't?
I already got software at home.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
I mean, I don't need it in my office if I have it at that computer. I don't need it in my office. Or we just put it on the laptop and I got my laptop in the studio. Right?
Yeah.
I thought the office computers I was told were going away. Or was that just to put a quick lie and make me, panic?
I don't know. You'll have to.
Did he say in my office?
I mean, he mentioned it. He said, he mentioned it, but he didn't like. What he said was 3 licenses. So I assume one of them was your office.
Well, we're not having computers in our office was the last I heard. So that's wrong.
I don't know. You think they don't tell you anything? They damn sure don't. Here we go.
It's time for the Senseless Survey
This is so stupid.
on the Max Morning Show.
I'm going to call a number at random and see if I can get whoever answers the phone to stay on the phone for 10 ridiculous survey questions. The goal is 10.
I'm going for 7.
You're picking 7 today, huh?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Corey. I'm with the United States Census Bureau. We're conducting nationwide consumer surveys. I wonder if you would take 30 seconds to participate. This is not a sales call.
Sure.
Great. What make and model automobile do you drive?
2007 Chevrolet 2500 HD.
And when you hear a car alarm, are you concerned a car is being stolen or are you just annoyed by the noise?
What kind of survey is this?
I'm with the United States Census Bureau, sir. It's just a consumer survey. Great Americans like yourself are taking nationwide.
Okay.
If you're working from home and clean up a little, are you then getting paid to clean your home?
No.
And with lumber prices what they are, do you believe Pinocchio is worth his weight?
This day and time, probably so.
Should the Tooth Fairy be prosecuted for buying body parts?
Man, I'm running out of time here.
And why is there no fingernail fairy to collect our fingernail clippings?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have to. I'm kind of busy at work right now.
Would you like to see funeral homes move to dead end streets?
I'm getting kind of tired of this, man.
I forgot to keep counting because after the second question, I wanted to ask you about that. Then I forgot the second question because I didn't write it down.
The second question was car alarms.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I never ever worry about it actually being stolen. I never even thought about them being stolen.
You hear a car being stolen never even crosses your mind.
Never crosses my mind.
It's
Like, oh, some idiot's got their key in their pocket and they sat down.
because it's usually what happens.
I know, but that's funny that it doesn't even cross your mind, and that's what it's for.
That's hysterical. Look, if you've got senseless survey questions, if you just think of some, text them to me at 901-535-9898. I'm starting to run out of them.
Yeah, and you've gotten some great ones this morning, so keep them coming, guys.
Heck yeah. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame vote closed on Saturday. We'll tell you who's going in this year just after 9. And got 7 is what he said. Somebody texted in, got 7. I love it. I love people like it. Lumber prices, what they are. Do you believe Pinocchio's worth his weight?
It's fantastic. Control.
All right, go take a break, Danny.
No.
Go take a break, Danny.
No. So Jay-Z and LL Cool J made the rock and roll. No. No, you have it all wrong, actually.
What happened?
Bobby says, so Jay-Z and LL Cool J made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. LL Cool J didn't, and Iron Maiden did, right?
I think so. That was the last time, wasn't it? Last year? I don't know.
I've got well, I don't know. It says award musical. LL Cool J may have.
This is the fan ballot that we're talking about.
Performer category. I've got Foo Fighters and the Go-Go's, Jay-Z, Carole King. Oh man, let's not below this.
Rocky Metal bands Foo Fighters and Iron Maiden have placed among the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 2021 fan vote ballot, earning an extra vote towards their induction. Despite the ranked order displayed on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's website, the ballot is of equal value to all artists.
I have Jay-Z, the Foo Fighters, the Go-Go's, Carole King, Todd Rundgren, and Tina Turner are the newest inductees in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The organization announced Wednesday morning.
Well, they must have picked them then. They must have picked out of the potential nominees.
Yeah, they just picked them an hour ago, I think.
All right, well, let's make sure we got the right people on there.
What's what I mean? I don't know.
Tina Turner, Fela Kuti. I don't even know who Fela Kuti is. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. The Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, and Foo Fighters.
Jay-Z, the Foo Fighters, the Go-Go's, Carole King, Todd Rundgren, and Tina Turner are the newest inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And just announced, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame said its 2021 class includes the most. 3 of them are 2-time inductees. Oh, he was inducted with Nirvana, 2014. King was inducted with Jerry Goffin. Turner was inducted with Ike Turner. How crazy is that?
I know, right? Did you listen to the headline news today?
Yes.
God, that was hysterical.
Which one? I don't remember.
The first one, the Tom Arnold's sister. She was still pissed off.
Oh my God, yes.
To be Tom Arnold's sister.
That's right. All right, I'll be right back.
Cool.
Okay, so we got the right story, which is great. It just came down an hour ago.
Well, at least when now we have the most recent information.
Bobby, you are correct.
And I swear, if you throw trash in a trash can, how do you throw a trash can? Oh, now I've got the hiccups. Fantastic. No breakfast.
Oh, great. I get the hiccups.
So do I. That's weird.
Dean?
Yeah, I did a minute ago. They're gone now because sometimes when I smoke, I'll get the hiccups. And I can't have nicotine gum. I get violent hiccups with nicotine gum. Violent.
I do with the mints. That's why I can't just eat one.
Bobby's kind of right about Buck Cherry.
That is funny. I like that, Carrie. Sounds like something Mitch Hedberg would say. I tried to throw my trash can away the other day. Didn't know where to put it.
Turn your head slightly and say hello. Love Mitch Hedberg. Like heroin sucks. Just gonna say that out loud. So I put it from USA Today onto the rundown.
You put the what?
At the 9:12, I put the info from an hour ago on the rundown.
Oh.
From USA Today. So we'd have the correct information.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds.
You start.
Now back to Danny and Country Corey
I like it.
on 98.1 The Max.
The Foo Fighters are being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, as are the Go-Go's, Todd Rundgren, although I don't understand why, Carole King, and Tina Turner, all being inducted this year in the 2021 class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yep, that was just announced about an hour ago, and 3 of them are 2-time inductees this year. How crazy is that?
I would imagine that would be Dave Grohl, and who's the other one?
Dave Grohl, who was inducted also with Nirvana.
Right.
Carole King was inducted with Jerry Goffin in 1990.
Oh, wow. So now she's getting recognized for her solo stuff.
And Tina Turner was inducted with Ike Turner in 91.
Wow. Iron Maiden, still snubbed.
Have you seen the Tina Turner documentary yet?
I have not.
It's excellent.
Where can I see it?
I don't know, on the TV. There's so
Is it
many.
is it on HBO, Amazon?
Do you think I pay attention? I go like this. Tina Turner documentary. And then it finds it for me. So I don't know which platform it goes to.
I still have to get up and go to the TV to change the channel. So never mind.
Big old knob.
But Todd Rundgren, what did he do? He did that one song. Was he?
Oh, you got to be cool and intellectual and really know music, Corey, to appreciate it.
Well, then I clearly do not.
Yeah, I love people like that. You just don't know good music.
Just don't know music, man.
Yeah.
So what did Todd, do you even know what Todd Rundgren did? Does anybody, 901-535-9898, text it in real quick. Because apparently we have no idea.
Well, I just know he's just one of those that's like, I don't know. It's like when people only like not even the B sides, but like the M sides of bands, songs you've never heard of.
Right. I don't know. And look, I don't understand why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland, Ohio.
We have this discussion about once a year, don't we? Why is it? You've got the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Indians. Why would you decide to put the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? There's nothing Hall of Fame about Cleveland, Ohio.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Memphis claim the title as the home of rock and roll?
It does.
I mean, it makes sense that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should be in Memphis. I mean, Elvis lived here, for crying out loud. Jerry Lee Lewis. You know what I mean? Rock and roll started right here.
Why would it be anywhere else?
Why would Sun Studio not be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
We should call our buddy George Thorogood. I bet he could tell us why it's in Cleveland.
Okay. All right. We'll talk to him and find out why it's in Cleveland and not Memphis next with George Thorogood. Well, you weren't fast enough there. Todd banged on a drum all day. There is nothing Hall of Fame in the whole damn state of Ohio. Speak the truth, Carrie Ann. So they said blame Slick Willie. Willie Harrington's to blame for everything. Like Memphis is where it's at because of Slick Willie.
It is true. You have a superintendent in there that long and then becomes mayor that long, you're gonna have quite the influence.
You're gonna have quite the lined pockets.
Root Insurance is all about.
Mm-hmm. They say rude insurance. All right, we got the 9:40 break is blank. You want to I really don't want to talk about Taylor Swift.
We don't have to. Just play her speech. It's pretty awesome.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you say it's pretty awesome, I'll go with you. Did you see that a man's clever trick to make his wife think he's busy?
God, that is great. Did you hear the audio on that?
No, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to because we're probably going to use that tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Where the hell is the stuff you got on there? Here it is, Taylor Swift.
I need.
I listen to the banjo though. Gonna have to get really quick with that new software to get it into a wave and save it. Mm. It's all falling apart on me right now.
It is?
All because of the damn verification.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you didn't do it fast enough.
Sorry, I'm trying to do a morning show. Just trying to do a morning show.
Oh, we're not stopping. We're just going to roll through. Bobby giving us the rundown on Todd Rundgren.
Very nice.
I just learned a lot about that guy. Morning, Craig.
Morning, Craig.
Good to have you.
Tell me to end this if you're going to play that. I don't know. There's a lot of music on it.
That's fine if you want to.
Oh, we didn't need that.
Oh, you got no? You put one on there.
It was already.
It's Danni and Country Corey.
Do you want me to play it or no?
I mean, if we're going to stay on.
Okay.
Or you can wait till after his music goes away. I mean, I don't know. It's a bed of music the whole time, though. For an introduction, huh? George has got a new album.
I bet Ross is a big Taylor Swift fan.
I don't know. Are you listening to that thing?
I can't. Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, I thought you'd at least listen to it.
Can't listen to you and it at the same time, though.
I'm not talking.
There wasn't nothing wrong with that.
Right? I just laughed that that was 2/12. February 12th.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Exactly to the day.
I didn't realize that till now. Yeah, exactly 3 months later.
That's crazy. Oh, we've been doing this for 3 months.
Longer than that.
I know, but it just seems time's flying by.
Be careful on the Black
I don't care. You can put me out of my misery if you want to.
No, we don't have to. We can do the banjo, or I mean, we can do both banjo and Taylor.
Yeah, we'll do them both.
I thought of Avery when I heard. I mean, not Avery, but just Avery's age when I heard it. The speech.
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
Haven't yet.
I need you to hear me when I say that there is no career path that comes free of negativity. If you're being met with resistance, that probably means that you're doing something new. If you're experiencing turbulence or pressure, that probably means you're rising. And there might be times when you put your whole heart and soul into something and it is met with cynicism or skepticism. You cannot let that crush you. You have to let it fuel you, because we live in a world where anyone has the right to say anything that they want about you at any time. But just please remember that you have the right to prove them wrong.
Sounds like she's at a graduation.
Right?
What do they call the speaker at graduation?
The
It's not keynote.
Commencement speech.
Commencement speaker. That's right. This is ponderous, man. Really ponderous. Do you remember that song?
By Todd Rundgren or some crap. Am I smart enough to know it?
I don't know. It was on the radio a lot in the early 90s. So I thought you might have heard it. But then again, I lived in Tupelo, so. I'm burning for you. On fire today, Danny Bruns. On fire.
How about that in the private chat is what I wanted to say. I like food, but it makes me sleepy. It makes me hit walls.
Same thing with alcohol.
Why is that?
I like it, but it makes me sleepy.
I can have a good day and open up a beer and it just be done. Bobby. So what's your advice about this alarm clock situation? Because come Monday, I don't want it to be blaring in the house.
Do you ever use it?
Yes.
Okay, what do you use it for?
To listen to the Max.
Okay, all right. So, but you don't use it like unplug it.
That's what caused it to have it, I think. Maybe it'll take it away. Let's do that and see if it happens tomorrow.
I was going to say, unplug it when you're not using it.
Yeah, but then all the settings are messed up and this whole thing.
That's why I asked you if you used it. I meant it. Do you use it as a timekeeping device or?
No, it flashes 12.
Okay, well, then all you're doing is listen to the radio on it. Unplug it when you're not using it. Problem solved.
Then I got to find the settings and go back. And
how complicated is this thing? I'm picturing like an alarm, just a regular alarm clock. All right, a little more complicated than I thought. I thought it was one of those old-timey clock radio ones.
I can't even set the clock, let alone why is there an alarm on this thing? Oh, I guess it is an alarm clock. Okay, there's alarm. Hey, maybe I should just try it, not just be a baby about everything.
Try turning the alarm off. It would be pretty funny. That'd scare the hell out of the kids on Monday to hear you in there.
Hey, now. The dog's like sleeping under my feet. I'm not even here. I'm on the radio, but I don't know how to work one. See, it goes back to relax that.
I'm nervous about this client coming in today.
Why?
Because my hair's not good.
Because she's smoking hot.
I told Margot she called herself the hot lawyer. She goes, great, you're recording the hot lawyer tomorrow.
I wonder if that's all I had to do.
She can't remember. Like if she says something and I ask her to repeat it, she can't remember. But I told her on Saturday about the hot lawyer, and it's all I've heard about.
Sounds about right. Auxiliary. I don't know what that means.
Thanks for plugging in your iPad
No, I know that.
or your iPod.
It is an alarm clock because the snooze button is the biggest on here.
So you know it's an alarm clock. I hit snooze too many times this morning. Not really. I mean, I wasn't late or anything, but
I did good because I knew I had to get a shower and wash my hair. It's starting to hurt.
your hair was starting to hurt.
Mm-hmm. If it starts hurting my head, then I know. But see, there's a way to make this. Ah. I mean, if you hit the clock button, you'd think it would. No. Lock. Alarm. Alarm is off.
I hope you named the live stream the one where Danny fights the alarm clock. The day Danny got her ass kicked by the alarm clock.
Off. Okay. Lord. Why has it got to be so difficult? Clock. I love when people make this like it's real easy. For who? For somebody who made it? Yep. There you go. On it like Donkey Kong.
Did you win it?
Yeah, you gotta turn it off to turn it on. You gotta turn it off to turn the clock on.
Carrie said, I feel your pain, Danny. I have 3 clocks around me and they are all an hour apart. I got 3 clocks on the wall in the kitchen, the toaster, the stove, and the microwave. They're all on the same wall. And I can never get them to say the same time. And I really hate it when I walk in there and there's 2 different times. I can get 2 of them lined up, but not the third one.
Now I can't get the hour to change. Would be the most logical way to do that. That would be to me. But it's not. Holly. La 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 la. I think we're in business, dude. I say that the alarm will probably go off in the middle of the night now or at 8:10 at night. I just wasted some work time there. Have you read my email yet?
Yeah, I just read it. Didn't you get 2 recyclers this week?
Hmm?
Didn't you do 2 recyclers like Friday or Monday? And I did one yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not worried about us.
I feel targeted when you say we all.
Well, we're all in this together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? Like on a Wednesday or Thursday, we just walk across the hall and call it a day.
I love that idea.
I do too. And I want it like more in the middle of the week because Monday and Tuesdays, everybody hates them.
Well, I mean, it's just like anything else. It's something that comes along every week that takes an hour and going to be a pain in the ass. You're just going to have to get over that and do it. You know what I mean? But I don't think anybody treats it like that when we're in the moment. But every one of us are like, damn, 6 o'clock, I almost forgot. God.
Right.
But then when we're doing it, we have fun. It, works out. Here we go.
I have no idea what we're doing.
Taylor Swift. Just like everybody else.
Record
Do you find it ironic that computers ask us if we're a robot?
on 98.1 The Max.
Taylor Swift gave a great speech last night at the Brit Awards. I don't keep up with these award shows, so who even knew the global or the Brit Awards was going on? She got the Global Icon Award. You like Taylor Swift or not, I think it's a great message, especially for young ladies on social media and that kind of stuff.
I need you to hear me when I say that there is no career path that comes free of negativity. If you're being met with resistance, that probably means that you're doing something new. If you're experiencing turbulence or pressure, that probably means you're rising. And there might be times when you put your whole heart and soul into something and it is met with cynicism or skepticism. You cannot let that crush you. You have to let it fuel you, because we live in a world where anyone has the right to say anything that they want about you at any time. But just please remember that you have the right to prove them wrong.
It is a good message. I mean, because it's true. I mean, if you're succeeding, somebody's going to hate you for it.
We've had it happen to us on our Facebook Live feed.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Yeah.
And, it's fine. But what I like about our message is, like you said, people, like we said yesterday, people hate winners. People hate winners.
Yep.
No matter what they're winning. Now, what I don't understand is why people just want to ruin someone's day. Like, just for instance, when people come on here and go, I want to hear more music. Shut up. Or you guys suck. Well, what made you get up today and say, I'm going to hurt somebody else's feelings? 9 times out of 10, they're having a bad day.
Yep. And they're just, and they may not even realize how mean they are being until it happens. You know what I mean?
And I will be the first to admit that my poor husband gets it a lot.
I get a lot from people in traffic. They take their anger out on me all the time. He's yelling at me.
But if I'm down and in a bad mood because I haven't gotten something done or, not as productive as I like, I sometimes take the carpenter down with me. It's a horrible trait.
You don't take it out on him. You take him down with me.
Yeah, I want him to feel as crappy as I do right now.
Maybe that's what it is. People just want other people to feel this as bad as they do. Too bad they don't do that when they're in a good mood.
Right. And social media is like, just put this on steroids of the, I hate the word bully because I think it just got overused, but it is a true thing. And what do you call it when trolling around and bullying people?
Yeah. Just to be,
it's, man, you guys really need to get some help and get happy in your own lives.
I just think every time you think like about yelling at somebody in traffic is a good idea, take a minute and realize that's an actual person.
Unless they're being stupid, I'm convinced you can't drive.
Well, you're wrong. We'll figure that out on another day. But this guy, I'm going to change gears a little bit. There's an Italian musician who can play Mozart on the banjo.
It's fantabulous.
This is insanity. Listen to the serenade in G major. It sounds like a harpsichord.
I was thinking, how could you make Mozart first sound like Bonanza? Then she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. And then what's the macaroni hat song?
Yankee Doodle.
Yeah, Yankee Doodle. I heard all three of those in Mozart because of a banjo.
I love it. I just wondered, well, they made Mozart country. I didn't know Mozart was a country artist, but now he is.
It's the gourds.
What is Ross Turner up to today in Midtown? He's the mayor. We'll see what's on his docket for ruling Midtown today in just a few minutes on the map. All right. Claire.
It's the same old situation.
Do you think the dramatic reads of song lyrics is funny and or entertaining?
Yes, depending on who does it. Christopher Walken's a great one. Samuel L. Jackson's a great one. Who else does them?
Country Corey, not so much.
Okay, so I was at this park, Bob Haley Park, on Monday night handing out cheer uniforms. Remember that thing? Okay. So we're standing there like a bunch of the old ladies, and this truck comes up. It's like a work truck. This guy calls out his window and he says, "Do y'all know where Bob Haley Field 2 is? Or Bob Haley 2 is?" And we're like, and the one mom goes, "Where are we?" And she was being funny, like, we don't even know where we are. And I was like, I could tell by the guy's face, and he just kind of sped off and he went to a parking lot. And I looked and I was like, oh God, over there through this bridge, there's baseball fields. You can't see, but you have to park there. And I was like, that may be Bob Haley too. So I walk up to his truck and I was like, "Hey, are you looking for baseball fields?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "We don't know if it's Bob Haley too, but we're assuming baseball's that way." And he goes, just like, the F word.
Like very frustrated?
No, like very just, no, not like that. Just,
okay.
And I was like, what? He goes, "You're Danny Bruns from the radio."
Wow.
And I go, "Oh yeah, I forget tonight. Right now I'm just mom."
Right.
He's like, "I can't believe you came over here to help me." And I was like, "Well, I knew you thought we were a bunch of a-holes, but we weren't trying to be, and I didn't want." So we can only assume that's Bob Haley too. And he's like, "Okay, thanks." I can't believe it.
Can't believe it. Daddy Bruns over there, y'all.
I was getting in my car. This was a year ago, and maybe 8 months ago. It was right during the pandemic. And I saw this guy. He came into the Walgreens, and they're like, "Sir, you need a mask." And he's like, "Oh God." So he goes out to his truck, and it's like a work, like not a work truck. It's like a semi. And he's just digging and digging. And I was like, "I've got a whole bag of them right here, new ones." So I went over to him. I was like, "Hey, dude, I know it's a bitch. Here's a brand new unused mask." And he was like, "Danny Bruns just gave me a mask." I was like, You know, it's so much better to be recognized when you're doing a good deed than a bad one.
Right? It's a good thing nobody notices all the terrible stuff you do.
I know. Thank God we don't have referees in any of our sports yet.
Morning, Ross.
What's going on?
I'm just living the dream.
Okay, you give us something, any absurd thing you can think of, Ross, and we'll tell you if it's on the list of 2021 or not. Broken bridge on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Gas price, no gas with the pipeline on the list.
Mm-hmm.
A roaming tiger in a city on the list.
You know what's funny? This happens. All this stuff happens like every year. You're like, I feel like this. The bridge shutdown's crazy. The gas is kind of crazy, but roaming tiger, that's just a Tuesday in Houston. No big deal.
I think if they really didn't want us to travel for Memorial Day, they didn't have to close the pipeline and the bridge down.
God, I mean, I talked about the bridge in my first break, but the fact that they shut down the bridge with people on it, they saw the crack and they immediately called the cops, and then they shut down the bridge and people were stuck there for like 3-4 hours. That tells me that crack is bad.
Oh my God! You know what? I didn't think about it till just now. What? How would you like to be the one sitting on the bridge, the cracked bridge?
Yeah, like the whole time wondering, where's everybody going? Like, what's going on?
Why are we being?
Huh?
Yeah.
Where's everyone going?
Yeah, and then seeing drones. They're using drones to inspect the bridge and the crack to see the extent of the damage. So now you're seeing just drones fly around. You're like, okay, this is straight out of Olympus Has Fallen.
Because they won't even walk on the bridge to check it.
They're not?
Well, if you're using a drone.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Because they have apparently it's a truss underneath it, and that's where the crack is. The thing that blows my mind is that this is like if you if you called the cops and you said, shut it down, and you're wrong, you're fired. Like you lose your job, right? And you probably lose your job if you don't report it, just let it go. So
And the bridge collapses.
Yeah. Like
what was it, St. Paul that it happened a few years ago, right?
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know if it was St. Paul, but yeah, bridges. They built these things in the 40s and they just never built anything new.
Yeah, it turns out they need maintenance.
Yeah.
Well, that bridge isn't that old.
London Bridge is falling down.
All right, what else? All right, so what else?
London Bridge is
I'm gonna say
down. My Fair Lady. Is that how it ends?
Yep.
Why My Fair Lady? That doesn't make sense to me.
Has pandemic happened yet? 21? Yeah.
Pandemic on the list.
What, just all like start walking around wearing masks everywhere we go?
God.
Won't that be weird?
Yeah.
Dude, did you hear me talk about? All right. So yesterday I talked about the news conspiracy, and this is my favorite now. This is the newest one going around the internet. That anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers are now wearing masks to protect themselves from vaccinated people because they believe that vaccinated people will shed proteins that cause miscarriages.
Who's coming up with this stuff?
I don't know, but that's the new one.
Oh, you got Pfizer, didn't you, Ross?
Yeah.
My tail started poking out a little bit yesterday. So
that's cool.
Yeah, about a week. Corey's horn hasn't come out yet from the Moderna.
But
it has. It's just not where we thought it would be.
I was say it'd be awesome if you had a tail, Danny, because that way we would know to stay out of your office or not. You're just sitting, she's wagging, she's happy. This is a good day. This is a good day. Uh-oh. It's just becoming bristly. Don't mess with her today.
I walk out of Morgan's office, it's tucked between my legs.
Right? Oh. He walks out of it, his tail's between his legs too.
No. His is wagging.
Insanity. That's where we are. We haven't had a locust infestation yet, though, so that's good.
Oh,
yeah,
when's that
that's coming. At least that's the eastern part of the state. Ours is not till next year or the year after.
We get cicadas every year.
Cicadas, but not locusts.
Oh, we ain't got no locusts this year yet.
No, because I was all right. So I was reading up on this thing. There are
Quit
several
reading. That's
types.
They're real. You're making us look bad.
There's several types of locusts. Like this is the blood X. They got like little red eyes on them.
Yeah.
There's other species of locusts that and they take turns hibernating. So like the ones that are in our area will come like next year, a year after.
Sounds like the record labels in Nashville.
Right?
It's your turn. My name is Luca.
Luka Doncic.
Lucas.
Oh, Lucas is downstairs. Did I ever show Ross what my kids stole from your house?
I don't think so.
Let me do the Lucas 500. Hung on.
This is the great. What's your shirt mean?
It's a band from upstate New York.
Oh yeah, I ask you every time because you're wearing the Buffalo Bills thing.
Every time I die.
Yeah.
They're dope. Are you waving to people?
Waving to K Manley. I ain't seen K Manley in forever.
That's right. We got I'm gonna hate that. Having a window. People could peer in.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
Morgan came in yesterday and he just stood there for like half a break. And I was like, okay, I'll end up putting newspaper on the thing.
Yeah.
Sure will.
Tinfoil. That's how the third shifters sleep during the day. Put tinfoil on the windows.
Yep. She's not gonna make. There it is, Lucas.
The hell is that?
It used to be a cosmetology head, but then we.
Oh.
And I used to get really drunk and talk to it because he looked so sad. I would.
You better tighten that nut. I could tell right now.
I hate him.
You tighten that nut on that microphone, Corey. I can already see it.
We have a party and then tell me to bring my own beer.
And Country Corey.
I'm here to supervise.
On 98.1 The Max.
Midday guru and all around heck of a guy. Ross Turner is joining us now.
My man.
He is the mayor of Midtown and seer of all things about to break.
Oh God, I wish I had that talent. I would have bought Dogecoin last year.
Was it even a thing last year?
Dude, it was made up 5-6 years ago by two guys in Silicon Valley just as a joke. And now it's literally paying for a rocket to go to the moon.
We talked to a guy earlier that's made like how much? $4,000 in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
All of that crypto stuff, man. Crazy.
It makes me mad enough to spit is really what it does. I'm telling you, they're going to look back. They're like, oh, the fake currencies are going up. Gas prices are going up. If we only saw the signs, these are the signs.
For it was signs of what? The apocalypse?
I don't know. 2008 all over again. I don't want to be. Don't be pessimistic, Ross. Be quiet.
I don't know that there's any other way to be at this point.
Yeah. It's just a weird time.
Us optimists are few and far between. Optimists now, they're not like things are going to be great. They're going to be like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be great. It's going to be
Time
okay.
for you to be optimistic prime. Come on, you got to carry it for the rest of us.
You can do it. I believe in you.
This shall pass too. I hate when I hear that.
It's true, though.
But everything will pass, including you.
Yep.
Also true.
Yep. Very, very true.
Don't get too cocky. You'll be gone.
So the bridge is still closed. We're about a half hour away from a Tennessee Department of Transportation public press conference or whatever to try to get some more info. Have you heard anything new?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, this sucks. That's what I keep hearing from everybody. I had a friend that stayed in a hotel across the river. Couldn't make it back over. He's like, I guess I'm here now. I guess I'm stuck in West Memphis. And the best was someone said, some people have been stuck there their whole life.
Well, he does know there's another bridge, right?
Yeah. There's the bridge, and then there's the other bridge.
Correct.
That's pretty much what it is. So
And I think it's funny we call it the new bridge and the old bridge. How long has the new bridge been there? As long as I've been alive.
yeah, you'll always be a rookie, no matter what.
If
When
the
you
new
start
bridge
thinking-
has been around your entire life, how long's the old bridge been around? Since like the 40s?
I know. Let's cut you open, see your rings. See how old you are.
When the bridge collapses, we'll count the rings. So you said there were people stuck on the bridge yesterday? I didn't know that. I thought they just like stopped traffic at a certain point and closed it. Like nobody else was allowed to cross, but then they cleared the bridge.
No, they shut it. They shut it. They called the police immediately after seeing the crack, and then cops showed up, and people were stuck for like 4 hours.
Wow. I didn't realize they were stuck on the bridge. I had a buddy that was on his way home from work in Arkansas yesterday, and he acted like it, that
there was nothing.
Well, he acted like the bridge was closed and he was diverted. To the old bridge.
All right.
But I didn't know people were stuck.
If he was diverted to the old bridge, that sounds like a guy that didn't get on the bridge yet.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was on the bridge yet.
Yeah, that's wild, man. When was the last time the bridge got shut down? I feel like the bridge has been shut down in the last 5 years before.
I don't know, but it was built in 1973, 47 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, about time for some upgrades.
47 years. That's when the knees go. Quite literally.
I got 2 more years.
Yeah.
Till I'm the new bridge.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that look, thank God for routine maintenance at this point. That's way better than the thing collapsing.
Yeah, because that would be bad.
Bad.
If you shut it down, you get fired. If you shut it down, there's nothing wrong, you get fired. If you don't shut it down, things go wrong, you get fired. It's really a bad position to be in.
It really is.
The old bridge was built in 1916.
And it's still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They still build them like they used to.
I'm gonna say that it looks like it was born.
I almost said born myself.
Yeah, 1916. When you get all that old iron, that steel.
Makes so that press conference is coming up at 10:30 this morning. What are you doing after 10, Ross?
We got Summerland tour tickets down at the Atlanta Center to give away. Got a little summer trivia for you. And I got to tell you, Pablo Escobar will be spinning in his grave if he saw what's happening. It's coming up on the Max.
Where everybody's quitting drugs?
No, you can literally buy Colombian weed grower companies on the NASDAQ right now. Like you can invest, like
the hell with Dogecoin. I want to invest in marijuana.
We can't.
That's what I was going to say is if you want to invest in marijuana, we missed that. We missed the .com. We've missed it all.
You still can't. Companies and growers still can't take their money and put them in banks because it's still a Schedule I narcotic. It's all cash business. They got to pay their taxes in cash. I don't even know what they're doing with money. I was talking to a guy, the security in a lot of these states, because they're doing cash drops.
Hey,
man, it's insane because they have to because people will rob you. They'll rob you here. They'll rob guys taking their money from bars at like 4 a.m. to the bank. But like you're talking like the same kind of cash, but for pot. It's just wild. It's just weird. I wish these guys would grow up. But we need anything? How are we doing?
We're good. Did you see my email?